I've been trying to think up a good, interesting video, but my videos aren't interesting at the best of times. So basically, I'm going to show some things I'm trying to do. You may have seen in some of my previous videos. I'm not sure I mentioned it, man. I'm doing some hard drinking here with Pepsi. On one of my on a lot of my previous videos, I've shown you magnets, and I use magnets in various ways. I've got some fold downs in my van. I'm going to show those just in a moment as part of this video. But this is the ones I've just got. These are fishing magnets. Now, these are actually going to hold weight. So whenever I get a magnet on my van that holds weight, I really do overkill. So these had 800 pounds or something, or etc., something along those. See, if I use this to install a tarp, I want to be able to make a mistake and go down the road with that tarp if I'm in camo mode, and it still hold. So what I did was got some seriously big magnets, in fact 4 of them. Now this is in addition to the magnets I've already got. So I've got some horrendous magnets. I don't want these magnets coming off, causing any issues with any cars beside me or beside me and behind me type of thing. So I make sure that I get the ones that aren't coming off, the ones that I can't get off without dragging them off, that kind. I can't pull them straight off. I cannot pull these. I can't testify these magnets yet. I haven't installed these, but I've got some others I'll show you. And I can't pull those magnets off unless I pry them off or drag them to an area where it's less magnetic and pull them off. So I want to make sure it's safe. But basically, if I do need to go stealth, which, you know, I don't know how. In my van, stealth is just going to be slightly less obvious. It's a big AWS van with solar panels. But slightly less obvious might be good in the dark. So let me go out and I'll show you the other setup and what I'm planning to do. Back out at the van, you see all these large magnets here. Now these are serious magnets. Now see here, I cannot pull this thing off. It will not slide. The only way I can do it is to pull it down and use leverage to get it off. Now I will use that to hold things of value. Over here on my, I've shown my panels before. You know, I have dual panels here, and I can flip them down and flip them up. Basically, because, you know, this is my gas tanks. I have 2 gas tanks on this thing. The rear one's not working. That's something I've got to take care of pretty soon, which is probably going to cost me some money. And the thing is, getting somebody who knows what the heck they're doing on these old vans is sometimes a pain in the butt. It took me a while to eliminate all the gremlins. I basically had to put it in the shop for about 10 or 12 days and have them troubleshoot the electrical system. They did a super job at the end, though. But up here, you know, I've got this, and this is basically the hook. I can pop this up and pull this away. Let me pull it back here. See there? I can pull this up and I can reach my gas tank, etc. And I can leave it up there. Now, the reason I've got such heavy duty magnets is when I pull this up, I will link it back over to here, which are some slightly smaller magnets, and to here, which are slightly smaller magnets, and they're on rings, so there's no chance of them getting off and hurting anybody. But what I'm going to be able to do is hold this up while I drive. Now, I've got camo, which is tarps that are basically large enough to cover all of one side and most of the other side of this van, and maybe both sides. I've got a 6 foot by, it's 6 foot by 8 foot. Nah, 6 foot by 10 foot. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I can, with 3 of them, cover the back, cover the side, and cover the whole van. Now, if I'm going to some place where stealth is going to be necessary for an extended period of time, I could do that, but then I kill all of my solar, at least on the sides. I still got 600 watts on the top. Around the other side, you'll see some more of these relatively large magnets. Some of them are holding down some components and things, because I'm not drilling holes everywhere in the van. Not that I mind drilling holes in this van, it's just because it's old and nobody's ever going to use it or have it beyond me, you know, barring something really weird. But so these larger magnets, like I say, are for holding things like a tarp up, and I've got them all just basically sitting here now to be utilized when necessary. that you see 2 here that are not connected to anything. There are 4 on the other side, and you saw the ones that I have up the underside. Those are basically for hooks, so I can pull it up and just stick those. And I think these are like 500-pound magnets plus for the larger ones. So that's why I do that, because I don't want to cause any danger when I'm working on that. On the back here, you know, I've got this panel. I might be moving this panel, and maybe even removing that small panel and placing this large panel here, or I don't know how I'm going to work it, but I'm going to put a jerry can on here, and those of you who don't know it, it's a World War II term for a gas can. I think the Germans were the ones who first put those on their military vehicles, and then it just got their name when the people figured out it was such a great way to the Allies figured out it was a great way to carry gasoline. So it's just, you know, that's just some historical crap. I'm an old history major. Anyway, and here you see I have these tagged down, and these are medium-sized magnets, and they're holding this specifically to cover this basic nest of wires I've got back here. So anyway, I just want to show that judicious use of magnets. Now, don't get underpowered magnets, because you become a road risk. I've got all the magnets I've got on here are vastly overpowered for their task. I mean, by orders of magnitude, probably by, you know, 40, 50 pounds. The smaller ones are holding very, very light weights, and they're hooked on where if they do come loose, they'll still be hooked either to the van or to the tarp if I'm using a tarp. In any case, I want to give you a quick run and show you about this. Now, see these 4? I bought those lately. Those are going to be when I need to deploy the tarp. All right, I think that's about it. I haven't done a lot on the, I've done a lot, but not a lot that's obvious. I've been in the van, basically, cleaning out some stuff. If you've seen my van lately, you know it's been a disaster area in the passenger side of the van. And it's a little bit less of a disaster area now. But it is still a disaster area. And by the way, this is how I'm drying my clothes. I just, you know, I can't, it's hard to get change during the COVID-19 unless I go buy a laundromat. And why do that? I'm at a place and I just do my own laundry, and then I just hang them in the van. Yeah, eventually it's going to create mold, moisture, and etc. But it's not like I'm going to be doing this all my life. In fact, I'm going to be doing it for just a very short time else. And it does dry the clothes off pretty fast when it's 110 degrees. Well, 90 to 100 degrees consistently in your car in summer in Texas, particularly in August. And so I'm doing it. And I got my box of paper masks. I've got a lot of normal masks, but sometimes I'll get in my car and forget it. And, you know, some stores you can't go into without masks. And I am not going to jack up an employee at the door that says I can't wear a mask. I'm gonna go get a mask. I don't know. I'm just saying like that. Any case, what else have I got? Well, saying in that way. You see my van, you know I'm crazy and others. All right, I think that's about it. I was just showing these. See, I have these are very small magnets, and I used those for a while to hold this, to hold some small cable runs down. And they won't come out. Like I said, I put loops around there and they won't come off. So they do that. If they do come off, they just cause a little damage to my to the side of my van. And this old van, if you hit it with a ball peen hammer, you won't have a lot of noticeable damage thanks to the ball peen hammers of realities hitting it already. All right, I want to give you a quick run. That's all I've got on this. So what else have I got? Nope, that's about it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let me go in right now. I need to check my power as long as I'm here. Man, it's getting crowded in here again. I've still got crap to throw away. But I can go. I have enough room in here to sleep if I need be. And I'm getting ready in the next 5 days to get back on the road. With the exception of 2 weeks every 6 weeks, because I'm on call until I can retire. Let's see, how much have I got here? 14 for 4, 100%. So I got 100% down here. And since I changed the hooks on this, the terminals, got rid of those screw-in terminals and got regular old terminals, now it's more accurate. That's 88, 89%. Usually they're closer than that, of course. It makes me look stupid when I take a look at it. Okay, well, move stuff around. All right, that's all I've got, and I will be with you tomorrow. I'll come up with a video. I've got some more tool reviews and things that I've been sort of postponing because I've been trying to get everything ready for my new life in the very near future. If you've been listening to my videos, so what the new life is going to be, it's going to be not working for the man. Yeah, at best, working for myself. At worst, living off whatever I have remaining of my pension and Social Security. So either way, I win. I would rather though generate a few extra bucks on the side and be able to do okay, but nah, you know, I do what I gotta do to keep eating, drinking, and breathing for as long as I can. And I've quit worrying about COVID. Now, it doesn't mean I follow all precautions to the letter, but I just understand that I'm going to be doing this probably for the next 2 years, 3 years, and maybe the rest of my life, even if it's beyond 2 or 3 years. Anyway, I want to talk to you later and just let you know what's going on. So I'm still, every time I clean up, I add more crap. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.